Okay, we're going to look at some expanded menu skills, namely the addition of a piece such as this, where you have a folding and unfolding set of sub-items for navigation to different either posts or pages or even pieces of the media that are in your media library. Here's another type of menu item. It's a custom link. It's to a PDF. I had it open in a new tab here, as you can see. And then here's a third type, which is called a category link, which will call up all of the posts that I have in the category of showcase right here. As you can see, I have 3 placeholder posts that are in that category. Okay, let's start with the menu item that is considered a drop-down menu item. So we're gonna first create the level 1 item that will carry or hold the sub items. So the way that we do that is we start with something called a custom link. And the custom link, I just because the first level item in this template can't navigate to a page, what I do is I just put a pound sign in there just to make it what we call hot, but it's not actually going anywhere. And then the link text is going to be what actually shows on the button itself. So I'm going to call this my favorite posts, and I'm going to add I'm going to go ahead and add that to the menu. And you'll see that a moment here it'll pop up and you see it says custom link right here. Now what we're going to do is place some items inside that link. Oh, once we get it into position, and what I'll do is go ahead and I'm just going to grab a few posts here. I'm just going to go ahead and hit select all, and that'll add all these posts to the menu. Okay, so this can be, you can add underneath one of these top level kind of holders for the drop down in this area that's a sub menu parts. You can add pages, posts, pieces from the media library, or custom links out to even other areas on the web. So what we're going to do is, you can see we have, this is going to be our level 1, and then these 4 posts will be what we call level 2. And so there are a couple ways you can get those items to live underneath the level 1 item. One way is to just sort of drag it, and you can see the outline kind of shows you that it's going to go under this one. So now this one is sitting under that one. So what we can do is just take those and then one by one drag them. Another way to position a menu item, excuse me, a menu item underneath, so to put it in a second position, is to actually expand the box here and choose under my favorite post. And what that'll do is it'll actually move it underneath. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and click Save Menu, and I'll show you what that looks like in the live page. I'm gonna hit refresh. Here you see that this opens and closes, and then you can navigate to the individual posts. Okay, now let's link to a PDF that we're going to first add to the media library. And the way that we do that, and we're going to add that link to the PDF on the menu itself, utilizing the custom links choice here. So we just expand that, and you can see we use this same link type for our drop-down menu item holder. Okay, so what we're going to do first is go into our media library, and I'm going to add a PDF, hit add new, and then WordPress supports what we call a drag and drop. So I'm going to go over to my Finder, and I have a PDF for our academic technology training. So I'm going to just take that and drag it, and then I'm going to drop it right over that dotted box there. And then, as you can see, it brings it into the media library here. So I'll click on that. And the URL, it's really important to understand this. The URL for the actual PDF is right here. Okay, and this is the link we want to grab. So we select all, or Command A or Control A, and then Command or Control C, and that copies that link to the clipboard. So now that we've done that, we'll go back to our menus, Appearance menus, and now we're ready to create our custom link. So it's actually very simple. Once you have that URL location on your clipboard, you can just Command or Control V, then type your link text, which will also be the label for your button in this box. And then I like to call it PDF and actually have that show on the menu so that it's clear that that'll be a PDF that loads. Then we just hit Add to Menu. And then we have a couple choices we can make inside the link itself. One of the things that I generally like to do with PDFs is I will usually have them open in a new tab. That's completely at your discretion. So I'll just click that. If for some reason I choose not to have this piece on the menu anymore, I just have to hit this remove button, and that's true for any piece on the menu. And so now we just hit Save Menu, and then back to our page. I'm going to click Refresh, and then here we see our training right here, and then that opened in a new window for us. Okay, if you use posts in your WordPress site, this next link type will be useful. It's called a category link, and it's a way to quickly show all the posts from a particular category, and enable the user to navigate quickly from the menu. It's very simple to do. We're in our main menu here. We just expand the categories link type, and I'm going to go ahead and just select this showcase category, and I'm going to hit Add to Menu. And then lastly, of course, Save Menu. And you can see that that's now down here. And then when we go to our live site, hit refresh, and our showcase category came up there, and I'll click that and show you what that looks like. Now there's a category called Showcase, and it shows sort of a list of each post with that category, with a small excerpt here and the featured image. This is the featured image here.